Ulysses and Claude have been searching for empathy for a week, with no luck. Yadira, feeling bad and wanting to help, has assembled a meeting. We're brought to Forgotten Hollow, where we uncover nefarious intentions in store for empathy and a possible web of lies.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Autumn, also known as Akii Sims, and I'm back with another episode of This Sucks. So, if you guys watched the last episode, you do know that Empathy is staying with Law. So, it's been about a week since she started staying with him. As far as she knows, Law has not told anybody where she is. He's been helping her study for the last few days and helping her come up with things. And if you saw from the intro, she finally has discovered the cure. So he went to the magic realm to kind of get some stuff prepped up, and he was telling her that they can do the ritual tonight. This night is almost over, so that means like tomorrow night they can do it. So yeah, she's a little nervous and she doesn't fully trust him because she doesn't understand his motive for like wanting to help her, but she's trying to keep benefit of the doubt in tow so that she doesn't just assume that he's a bad guy just because Claude and Ulysses didn't like him. Speaking of Claude and Ulysses, on their end, because we're not going to exactly be playing with them today, we're just going to be playing with Empathy today, but on their end they did reconcile their differences to come together and try to find Empathy together. They have different ideas of how to search for her though, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I am here with Empathy, and she's kind of just chilling. We are currently at Law's parents' house in Glimmerbrook, and his house, I want to say his house is like protected by his mother's magic because, like I said in the previous episodes, his mother is a spellcaster, his father is a vampire. So he kind of has the best of both worlds. So because his house is protected, it's very easy to miss it if you do not have spellcastery, like the ability to be using spellcaster spells and stuff like that. So yeah. But yeah, so I just have Empathy chilling here. She did hear a knock at the door. So, and she knows that it's not Law because he literally just left. So she's just chilling. She heard a knock at the door. I'm gonna have her go answer the door. Ignore everything. Just walk with me, y'all. Walk with me, okay? Okay. So it looks like at the door, Ulysses is here. So I'm gonna have her come say what's up to him. So let's do that. Okay, so she let him in the house, and first of all, she is technically living here, so she can invite other vampires into the house. So like, first off, that's just drama right there. But I want to address kind of some of her feelings right now because I can imagine there's a lot going on in her pretty little head right now. So let's have a little talk. Okay. So I feel like right now she's feeling a plethora of emotions. So I'm not gonna like give her a specific emotion because I feel like she's feeling a lot of things. She's feeling embarrassed because he found her, upset because he found her. But then she's also equally feeling like happy because she misses him like a lot, like crazily misses him. And I think she's also feeling like flirty because this is the first time she's seen him since their transcending sexual experience with each other and the club a week ago. And she's kind of feeling like sad because she did find the cure, so she won't be able to like be with him like that, if that makes sense. Like she's just feeling a ton of different things. So because she's feeling so many things, I don't want to put a like a bunch of different buffs up. So we're just gonna go with she's happy to see him, but she doesn't feel happy that he's here because what does this mean for her and her progress with Law? She doesn't know. So I think we're going to interact with him, and we're going to, well, first we're gonna go to Mean, and we're gonna argue, and we're going to let's argue about politics, but we're not arguing about politics for real. We're just arguing like, how could you find me? How did you find me? How did you get here? Like what? And he's like, I thought that you would be happy to see me. And she's like, I am, but I'm not at the same time. So I'm gonna have him hug her because he's just like, I know that this is coming from a place of confusion and upset, like being upset, and you just need me to hold you, like, which might actually be the case. She's still going off on him. And he's like, stop all that. Just come here. They are still going at it. She's like, I don't want to hear your bull. You like can't come in here and just rule me around. And he's just like, oh, okay. He's like, Empathy, can we just stop fighting, please? Can we stop fighting? Can you just hug me? And she's like, fine, I'll hug you. So I think he is just relieved. It says here that he's fine because of his dampened emotions, and he's happy because it's nighttime outside, but we're gonna say like he's happy because he found her. Like, he was really worried this past week, like looking everywhere, y'all. Looking high and low, okay? Boy has not been sleeping, okay? So he's going to, let's go to relationships. Let's see what we can, oh wait, no wait, not relationships. We're gonna go to RPO. Let's see what we can do in here. So we're going to, okay, no, we don't have anything really to talk about in here. Okay. I'm going to have him do a lovingly deep kiss. And y'all, he's reacting to her because he hasn't seen her in a week. He knows that she's pissed with him. He knows that, you know, he has a lot to explain for. He's got to explain like what happened with him turning her, and you know, he's gonna do that eventually, but like right now he is just so relieved to see her face. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all, he is probably super excited that not only did he find her, but he found her first, because Claude is also still looking for her. But I'm not trying to say that Claude is stupid, but Ulysses definitely has a little more experience in the cognitive thinking realm. So he definitely put two and two together and was like, I know exactly where she's at. Let me go get my girl. Yep. So yeah, that's that. So he's just like, oh, that was so extra. So now they're both flirty. She just gossiped about vampires with him. So she's going to tell him something happy. Let's see what she's going to say. Oh, she's flirting with him. Oh, okay. So he just flirted with her and he's like, you don't have to tell me anything right now. I just want to look at you. Like, he was like, how are you doing? Are you eating well? And Law is back. Oh! And Law's like, hey. And he's like, hey. And he's like, what are you doing here? Oh, I like you and I'd like to see you naked while I'm naked. And we would be doing stuff together. She's going to say, like, not interested. And because Ulysses was right here when he asked, Ulysses is just like, I know this is not his house, but Ulysses is like, bro, how disrespectful can you be right now? So I'm gonna have him shove him and be like, I'm not one for violence, and she's like, no, oh my god. So I've had to do like Wicked Whims stuff for poses for them. So because I had to do that, like sometimes they will try to autonomously like screw each other, but like they are not together. There's no flirting. Like, let me show y'all. Like, there is no romance bar here. Like, he thinks that she's got a neutral attraction, but there's no romance bar. He's just, he's just being messy right now, y'all. I really think that's what's going on. So, yeah. She's like, no, it's okay. And he's like, yo, what's up with you? He was like, well, last time I checked, Yuli, you're in my house. And he's like, yeah, I'm in your house, but that's my sire. So let's calm that down. And he's like, okay, I'll let y'all have it. And he's going to I'm gonna have Law come and tell empathy, like, hey, I'm gonna head upstairs. I'm still prepping things, but if you need me, like, call me. I'll be upstairs. So, and she's like, okay, like, I'll let you know, but I should be fine. So I'm gonna have him go to sleep. She's like, okay, well, I should be fine. It's just Ulysses. Like, he's not a threat. And he's like, okay. So he's gonna go upstairs. And they're both watching him go upstairs. That was cool. And Ulysses is gonna embrace her, and he's gonna be like, listen, why don't you come back to the house? Like, you don't need his help. You already know what you need to do. And he's gonna have a deep conversation with her, and he's gonna be like, what is it that he's doing for you actually? And she's like, well, he says he has some ritual that he needs to do. And he's like, I've only ever met one person that has turned back, and they didn't require a ritual. Did he tell you any more details? And he's going to, let's see what we can do. Romantic, physical romance. Alert. He's gonna compliment her appearance, and he's gonna be like, well, you look really good. You look healthy. I'm glad you're eating. You know, I wish you'd come home, but I understand. Oh, hey, empathy. You want to do some dirty fun? We're having a really good moment right now, so I'm gonna say I'm fine at the moment. Maybe later. Because they're having a like heart to heart. Like, he's really concerned about her. He's gonna discuss like the flavors, and he's like, I saw that there was a tree back there. Is it good for you? And she's like, it's fine, Ulysses. Like, stop worrying about me. And I'm gonna have friendly, deep thoughts, deep conversation. So I'm gonna have him have a deep combo. Yeah, so I think he wants to know. Let's use the say something mod here. Let's use it for real this time. Hopefully they'll actually go through with it. And let's say something. Let's say something friendly. Let's just say something friendly. Okay, I don't know why it's not working, but I guess, okay. That's weird. Okay, so they're gonna have a deep conversation, and he's gonna be like, did he tell you anything about the ritual? And she's like, no. Should I know anything? He's like, well, like I said, I've only known one person that has, oh my god, stop asking her for sex. He's like, I've only known one person that has like turned, and they didn't need a ritual. And if he's not telling you what this ritual is, I need to do research and figure out if he's actually using good intentions. So he's like, are you sure you want to stay here? Are you sure this is safe? And I am going to we're gonna bring him here. I have to invite him over to current lot though, because the way my game works. Okay, y'all, so Claude is here. I had to invite him, but we're just gonna assume that he came over on his own accord. His search path led him to here, so he is here a little bit later than Ulysses is, but nonetheless, he is here, and he is worried, he's concerned, he's everything. So I'm gonna have him come in here, and he's going to like run in, and I'm gonna have him just hug her like hug her like, oh my God, I can't believe like you're here, you're safe. I'm so happy that you're safe. And she's like, yeah, I'm safe, you guys. And Ulysses went to go watch TV. And she's like, I'm safe. I'm safe. And he's going to compliment her and be like, you look good. Whose house is this? So he's going to, let's see. Okay, he's gonna gossip and he's gonna be like, whose house is this? And she's like, it's Law's house. And Law's gonna wake up and come downstairs. And he's gonna be like, okay, so she's telling him an outrageous story. Like, I found out all this stuff about the cure. And he's like, this is Law's house? And he's like, oh, hell no. And so he's gonna go mock his outfit. And he's like, yeah, cool stories, babe. Give me 1 second. And she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna just be over here and watch. She's so weird. She's so weird and nosy. But yeah. Uh-oh, where he going? So he came outside. I feel like he went outside for a breather. And he's like, you know what? I can't believe she was with Law this whole time. So he left. And so I guess Law is over here talking to her, like talking to Ulysses, like she's been fine. So I'm going to have Ulysses cause a hallucination to him so that we can figure out like what his intentions are. And she's not gonna know what he's doing. He's like, I'm a grand vampire now, so he's like, oh, nothing, just, you know, this is my plan. I wanted to do XYZ. And I'm gonna bring Claude back because I don't know why he left. So he put him under like a spell or whatever. And so right now he's telling everybody his plan of what he was planning on doing. And he's like, you got him under a spell, bro? And he's like, yeah, you know it. He's just spilling his gut. So I'm gonna have a small little cutscene showing like what he's saying and stuff, because it's about to get very, very, very dramatic. Very dramatic. Okay. Okay, guys. So you guys saw that little cutscene. So basically, what was going on is there is a ritual. It's not in the game. I'm making it up, you guys, because let's think with our big brains, our imaginative brains. There is a ritual that requires a freshly returned to human like sim. So basically, Empathy has to turn back into a human and offer her blood, not like death wise, just offer blood to Law here so that he can be a true hybrid vampire spellcaster. So right now he is a vampire and he can do some spells, but he can't be considered a spellcaster because of his vampire blood in him. By doing this ritual, he will be able to integrate into the vampire world and the spellcaster world, but like on a fully different scale than what he is. So because he is half, the spellcaster community definitely respects him because they're like, you grew up around us. But the vampire community doesn't respect him. That's why he has so many ops. Like, y'all, everybody be trying to fight old boy. So he has a goal that I won't mention quite yet, but he does have a goal and he really needs Empathy's help. So even while he was under hallucinations, he wasn't like divulging all the information because A, he has some self-control, and B, we don't know whether or not Empathy feels like, he's really got good intentions. So Empathy here, she's pissed because she's like, well, why didn't you just tell me that from the beginning? Like, you had me thinking that like there's this entire ritual process, and if that's not the case, if it's simply just me making this concoction of a drink and all you need is some blood, you should have just asked. So she's pissed because she feels like he is trying to play her. Like, she feels like he's trying to play her and he's trying to like make her look stupid and use her, and she's like, I'm sick of being used by all the men in this damn like world. Like, Ulysses was using me and Claude was using me and now Law is using me. Like, I'm sick of you guys. So he's like, no, I'm rest assured that like I'm not actually like using you. I just really want you to understand that like I need this because I want to be included. And she's like, I don't know if I want to help you because I don't trust you. And she's like, I have my end of the deal. I have my end. And he's like, you promised that we would help each other. And so he's upset. She's upset. And she's not going to go home with the guys. She sent the boys home because she could feel the tension rising. So she sent Ulysses and Claude home. They do know where she is now, though. So she is technically, quote, safe, unquote. But she's really upset. So he needs to feed. So I'm going to have him go feed a little later. She's going to go upstairs. I'm going to have her go upstairs and I'm going to have her go to sleep. And then I'm going to have him go feed and I will see you guys a little later. Yeah, his buffs. He is thirsty. His home is clean. And he's an argument loser. So he lost the argument. So he understands. Well, he doesn't care really, but he understands that like she is upset that like she's never in the know about anything. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing we could do about that really. So I'm going to have her tomorrow when she wakes up. She's going to go over to Claude and Ulysses and she's going to kind of talk to them, and she wants to get information. Like, she wants to have two really big, deep conversations. So she wants to have two really deep conversations. She wants to have a conversation with Claude first because she wants him to realize that like, I don't think that you like me for me. I think you like me because you're in competition with your brother. So she's going to have that conversation with him tomorrow. She's going to go over to their house and talk to him. She's also going to have a conversation with Ulysses because she wants to know what happened. Like, and why didn't you say anything before when I've been asking for weeks? Why didn't you say anything about who turned me before? So she's going to do that. She's going to go over there, have that conversation with them. And then she's going to come back over here and she's going to decide then whether or not she wants to have this ritual done, because she does want to help Law, but she doesn't trust Law. Honestly, I don't blame her, because everybody around her is a liar. Everybody is a liar. So we will see how that goes tomorrow. So I will see you guys at the Oubre house when she gets there. So bye. Okay, guys, so it is the next night. We are at the Oubre Manor, and the look on Empathy's face is so real. She is about to have some really tough conversations, you guys. So hopefully we can get through this without any tears. But like, honestly, I don't know, bro. I don't know. So she is in her chill outfit. She did not come for war. She came to just have a conversation with the guys. They are sitting in the living room, so she's gonna join them. And I did add her back into the household only for this mess, like for this talk. I'm going to have her come sit in the living room here, and she's gonna talk to the guys. So she had taken the entire day to think and sleep and rest up, and she's gonna have a conversation with them. So first, she's going to ask that Ulysses kind of step out. I'm gonna just have her say something friendly, like, maybe everything requires her to stand up. I don't want her to stand up. I don't know. She's gonna share her vampire knowledge, and she's gonna be like, hey, Ulysses, can you take a step back? I need to have a conversation with Claude. And he's like, okay, I'll go chill in my coffin. You just let me know when you're done. And I'm gonna have him, because I am messy. He's like, don't scare me like that. I'm gonna have him kiss her, and she's gonna accept it. And he's like, I'm gonna go downstairs. So I'm gonna send him downstairs so he can chill. I'm gonna have him hibernate. Yeah, we're gonna just hibernate so she can have a conversation with good old Claude here, because she's got to set some stuff straight. It has been a whirlwind when it comes to Claude. He's like, just call me when you guys are done, you know, because, you know, we have to talk. And she's like, okay. So she's going to have a conversation. I want her to have a deep conversation with Claude. And basically what she's going to be saying, she's going to say like, listen, things have been kind of weird, you know? And he's like, yeah, that's true. He's like, I understand that you're sired to my brother. I get that. And she's like, well, then you know that, you know, we can't really be a thing. I read up on siring, and it's kind of foolproof. There's no way around it. He's like, I know, but like, I think I love you. And she's like, you don't love me. And he's like, well, why do you think that? So she's going to let's see what options we have. She's going to say, let's do deep thoughts. Let's discuss a healthy relationship with him. And she's going to be like, well, I know that he's like, this is so awkward. She's like, I know that you think that you love me, but you really don't love me. She's like, honestly, I think that what it is you're in such competition with Ulysses that you think that wanting me is a way to get one up on him. And he's like, you might be right. And she's like, I know I'm right. And she's like, it's not good for your health to be so competitive with him. Like, you're good on your own. You have so much to go for. You're amazing, Claude. And she's like, honestly, like, I don't think that you have anything to worry about, anything to compare. And he's like, huh, you think so? And she's like, yeah, I just think that maybe we should cool this off. It was fun when it started, and I think that we definitely learned some things. Where's she going? Girl, if you don't sit back down. He's like, I think I understand what you're saying. And she's like, yeah, I just think that maybe. She's like, I think maybe we should put these fangs on ice, if you know what I'm saying. And he's like, you're not funny. So I'm going to have her. I'm going to go to the relationship, change relationship. And I'm going to ask him to just be friends soon. But I think that he knows that it's coming. So he's going to ask her for one last kiss, because he's going to get up and whisper seductively with her. And I'm going to have him go to... Uh-oh, where'd they go? She's like, of course I'll give you one last kiss. Like, it's not that big of a deal. She's like, I do love you as a friend. And oh, they haven't even done their first kiss. So they're gonna kiss. And she's going to be like, well, I'm glad you got that out of your system. Like, they're going to hug. And she's going to be like, I really do want us to still be friends. And I hope you understand that, like, where he going? Not this show off your powers bullshit. This mess gets on my nerves, y'all. That's the only thing I can't stand about playing with vampires. They show off their powers like every 5 seconds. It's so annoying. So I'm going to go to relationship, change relationship, and ask to just be friends. So the difference between this is this one, I believe, is from... I think this one is from the Lumpino mod, I think. Let me check, y'all, because I could be just straight up lying to y'all. I think it is, because these have the little icons. So yeah, relationship, change relationship, ask to just be friends. He's like, I know what's coming. So they're gonna sit down. Oh, I'm glad they sat down for this, because he's gonna need to sit down. Before she does this, I just want to address that I think he's fully aware that he doesn't truly love her, and that what started off as something physical manifested into something a little more mental with him, because he very much is always compared to his older brother. He is in constant competition with him. And even as vampires, like, they are always in competition. So he kind of felt like getting with empathy, he had a one up on him, because he knew that empathy was sired to Ulysses. I think he's come to accept it, because his relationship, let me show y'all, his relationship with Ulysses has gotten a little bit better. They're not as close of brothers as they were before all of this, and they still have a difficult dynamic, because every now and again they still argue, but they're not in the red anymore. They don't hate each other anymore, and they don't have any like super crazy sentiments down here. So I think that they've kind of reconciled a lot of their differences. And honestly, it sounds crazy, but the cause of their downfall was empathy. But also, the result of that downfall was the same as same for their rebirth as brothers, because I think that it made him realize that he was being crazy as hell. And I don't know what it meant to Ulysses, but when it comes to Claude, I think he definitely realized damn, I really got to get my ish together. I can't be with her ever. That's not going to happen, because that's just not how sireism works. But I think he just needed to have a come to Jesus moment, and she is doing that for him right now. So she's going to be like, do you think that we could just be friends? Because, once I turn back into a human, this won't be able to work anyway. And he's like, yeah, it's cool. So it says here, Empathy and Claude Oubre have decided to cool off their romantic relationship. What else is here? Okay, yeah, that's it. So they're cool. They called it cool. They called it a quits. And yeah, I think she feels good about it. Now, do I think he's sad? I think he's still sad about it, because they had fun. But I think he completely understands what's going on. And she's going to, oh, not romantic. She's going to friendly, and we're going to hug him again. And she's like, okay, well, if you're gonna go, chill for the night, could you ask Ulysses to come upstairs? And he's like, of course, I'll have Ulysses come upstairs. She's like, I love you. He's like, I love you too. So I'm going to have her sit. I'm going to have her steady sit, and I'm going to have him go downstairs and wake up Ulysses. So he's going to come down here, fly here as a bat, and he is going to wake up his brother. Okay, so Ulysses is up. Okay, so Ulysses is up. He's going upstairs to chat with Empathy. I'm going to have... Oh! Want to strip naked and make each other feel good with various parts of our bodies. That sounds great and all, but she says, I'm gonna have her say I wanted to, but I just killed the mood, but you just killed the mood later. Yeah, I'm just gonna have her say that, because she's got to have a really, really seriously deep ass conversation. So I'm going to have Claude come down here and hibernate. And he's really just, so his buffs are focused because the place is focused. He does still feel flirty because he's like, I finally kissed her. Yeah, he'd been sleeping with her this whole time, but he finally kissed the girl. Yes, I finally got a kiss from her, because he does like her, but he understands that it's just not going to work. And I think he's come to terms with that. He is not tripping about it at all. He's got this thing that says ask her on a date, but we're just going to ignore that, because we literally just had a conversation about just being friends. And then, yeah, he just wants to be eating popcorn because he's childish. I think that although he is over it because he is childish, it's probably going to take him a little while mentally to get over it, but eventually he will. He's got the rest of his life, which is thousands of years, honestly, to get over it. He'll get over it. So he's going to go chill, and I'm going to put Ulysses back in his other pajamas, because the ones that he was wearing before he went to bed again. Okay. So Ulysses is here, and she's like, let's not do that right now. I'm going to have her sit here, steady sit here, and I'm going to have him steady sit because I don't want him to get up. So she's going to have a deep conversation with him, and it's going to be a lot deeper than that. So she's going to be like, you know, I don't really know where to begin. I really trusted you and you lied, and I want to know. Stop with the showing off of the powers. Oh my God. If they show off their powers one more time, I cannot wait for her to not be a vampire no more. Sit down. Goodness. So, anyway, like I was saying, she's going to. Let's go to friendly, deep conversations. Let's finish having our deep conversation. The steady seat, like the steady sit and seated mod must not work because the fact that she keeps getting up is really pissing me off. Oh my God. Okay, so I've queued up some things. So the first thing she's gonna say is she's gonna be like, recalling her mortal life. She's going to say, no, you're not, I'm flirty. She's gonna say, like, when I was a mortal, my life was actually pretty hectic and I wasn't happy, but this whole process made me realize that, like, I don't want to be here forever. And he's like, I understand. And she's gonna be like, enable for us to have a healthy relationship, even if we just stay as friends, you have to be honest with me. So he's like, you're right. I have to be honest with you. And I'm gonna have him, they're gonna get up for this. I'm gonna have him look deeply into her eyes. And he's going to... Can I tell her a secret? He's gonna look into her eyes and he's gonna be like, I understand, and I want you to know that I respect you, and I shouldn't have hid the truth from you. And he's going to, I don't know why my interactions keep canceling, but okay. He's gonna be like, listen, I want to get into detail, but it's gonna take a minute. Do you have time? And she's like, yeah, I've got time. I don't have to go back to laws for some time. And he's like, I really wish you would just stay here. And she's like, he's gonna help me, and I haven't decided if I want to keep his help or not. And he's like, okay. She's doing a lot of yapping. He doesn't have no chance to talk. Let's see what all we could do, because I kind of like stories. Okay, he's gonna tell her a dramatic story, and basically he's going to tell her exactly what happened. And so for this story, him telling her, I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of the past. So hopefully you guys like it. So I'll see you guys after they're done talking.
I will be there for you, babe. I love you. 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 You love, I don't test me. My love can get messy. Your love has hands around my neck. Will you choke me or caress me? Not possessive, but obsessively analyzing every little thing. I hope you're as excited. Yes, is that the energy immaculate? That's how I know that this will sting. You cling on to my body like you'll never ever have to leave. You're pursuing me as if your heart has yet to grieve, has yet to cope with everything. I wish I could say goodbye as well as I can say hello. If I could let you love me without pain, maybe I'll grow. If I could only give you everything that you deserve. I've made you a kingdom full of angels in my head. I just wanted you to know. I will be for you.
Okay, you guys. So he finished telling her everything, and he's like dampened emotions. So he's a grand vampire, master vampire, and he knows how to dampen his emotions. So he often doesn't cry like at all. But this just made him break down because he really truly did not mean to turn her. And she's such a nerd. She's so silly. She's trying to tell a joke right now, but he is just looking at her like, y'all look at his face. Oh my god. That is the face of a man that is in love. Okay, y'all. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm like squealing inside. Oh my god. So he just, I think that he really does love her for real, especially look at her face. I can't take her seriously right now, but I think that he really does love her. So telling her that story and telling her exactly what happened and how everything happened and everything, I think she really appreciates him, and she's trying to like keep things cordial by like keeping him from crying. And I think I'm gonna have her say something with the say something mod, if it'll work, because it was not working earlier, y'all. I don't know, maybe the space was just too small. I'm gonna have her say something flirty. So she said, here's what she just said. She said, you know, if you hadn't have bit the fuck out of me, I would have never been able to meet you, and I really love that. In fact, Yuli, I love you. Crazy, right? And he is just like, no, that's not crazy at all. He's like, I love you too. So he's going to romance, physical. I think he's gonna suave kiss her. Let's see what that looks like. I don't remember what that looks like. He's like, it's my pleasure. Oh, okay. This has changed. Because I don't remember. Did we do this? Did we do no, we didn't. I don't think we did the unpredictable one. So this is the new romance dynamic that they have. It's awfully warm in here, and Ulysses and Empathy can't seem to keep their hands off of each other. Romantic partners with steamy romance dynamic gravitate towards romantic socials with each other, especially physical intimacy. Would you describe the romance between Ulysses and Empathy as being steamy? I would say yes, very much so. Okay, the music was a bit much, but he's gonna be like, before you leave, I want to leave you with something. I wish you weren't leaving. I wish you were staying here. I want to do a steamy makeout. Let's do that. I got a hype mod. Oh my god, it's actually steamy. Oh god, that's cool. Look, they're actually steaming. That's crazy. They're so cute. I love them bad, y'all. And the thing is, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. At the beginning of this series, I was full on the side of her and Claude being together. But the story just writes itself, y'all. It just writes itself. Like, things were happening, and I just let the story do what it do. So he is really into this. I am going to have him... Oh, did I click him? I clicked him. I'm going to have him talk about fantasies, and let's see. Because I'm going to try my best, y'all, to put this on Patreon. I'm gonna try. It looks difficult, but I'll figure it out. So if they talk about fantasies and it leads to one thing that leads to another, then I will put this episode on Patreon for free. Obviously, you do not have to you don't have to pay me for nothing. Yeah. I just can't put it on YouTube if they do, start hunching and boom, all that. So is he telling her? Oh no, he's just chatting with her. Okay. They're just chatting. So he's just gonna be like, I want to emotionally connect with you right now, because yeah. So he's gonna emotionally connect with her, and he's gonna be like, listen, I want you to know, even though you're my sire, this is everything I want, and I know that you're gonna be turning back into a human soon, and I know you're gonna have to go back to Law's place soon, even though I don't know why you're going back, but let's do something. Let's tender neck kiss her. We're gonna just smooth talk her into where we want her to be, y'all, because y'all know where we want to go with this. They reconciled. She knows the truth, the full truth now. None of the men in her life, in this house anyway, are lying to her as far as she knows. So he is going to physical romance. They can woohoo on an unconventional object. That is crazy as hell. Okay, I'm gonna have to force my hand because I guess he's too scared to make a move because she rejected him earlier. That is so Ulysses, though. He's very much like, I don't want to overstep my bounds. We just got back good. So I'm going to make him ask for it. And I will see you guys on YouTube later. If you do watch the Patreon version, I will see you guys in just a second whenever they get settled. And I think I'm going to do it differently because I've seen other people do the Patreon version of this. The talking through them having sex is very, very weird for me. So I'm not going to do that. So you guys will see what I'll do in just a second. But yeah, I'll catch you guys after they're done getting it in. Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, I'm leaving with something. She said, I'm leaving with something. That is too funny. She's like, and he's like, yes, okay. He looks so happy. She makes him so happy, y'all. Look at his face. He is in love with this girl. It's wild. Okay, y'all. So they are done doing what they do. That was intense, y'all. Wow. She looks happy. He looks, does he look happy? He looks kind of happy. I don't know. He looks okay. They were into some things, okay? So I'm gonna read off their buffs real quick, and then I'm gonna send her back to Law's house. So let's read off their buffs first. So obviously she's focused because something in this room makes them super hyper focused. She's got her first kiss with Claude, so that buff is still there. She has a satisfying encounter from, what they just did on this couch. Cozy fire, deep connection, because she's deeply connected to Ulysses now. I think she should be anyway. Yeah, they are deeply connected and closer from happy memories. So they're both deeply connected. They do have the soulmates and steamy. They don't have the fated mates thing though, because I guess the fated mate thing only works once. So it was given to Ulysses, but they are not fated mates. They're just friends. Yeah, it's just a mod in my game, so I'll probably just take it out. It's no biggie. But yeah, so that was amazing. His buffs are, he's flirty from his romantic trait. He is happy because of close connection, satisfying encounter, cozy fire, deeply connected or deep connection. It's clean here. Oh, it's dusty here, so somebody needs to clean. they have a maid that comes over, but she never vacuums, so they have to do it. And then it's daytime because y'all, it's 7 o'clock. They started they little woohoo session on the couch at like, I want to say 4 a.m. It is 7. It's 7 in the morning. So he's about to go to bed, and she's about to head back to Glimmerbrook to go figure out which path she wants to take with Law. So that's pretty much it. That is it for this episode. If you guys want to see the X-rated version of what they were doing, please go to my Patreon because I will have it on there. I'm gonna kind of like edit it up so that it looks good, but yeah, y'all, just go to my Patreon. It is free. You do not have to pay me for that. No. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. I do have an end credit scene, so I want you guys to check that out, and that will lead into our next episode. So if you did like this episode, please leave a comment down below. Which part was your favorite? What do you guys feel about Ulysses, and how do you feel about Claude and her ending things with Claude and her kind of solidifying things with Ulysses? Like, let me know how everyone is feeling in the comments, because I am biased. I like Ulysses. I like Claude for the fun because he's problematic as hell, but Ulysses is giving grown and sexy. He's giving about his business. He's like, I'm not here to play. I'm here for the real deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Empathy will see you guys in the next episode. So stick around for the end credit scene. And yeah, enjoy your night or your morning. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. So bye.
How did I end up here, obsessing over all my fears? Now I'm lost inside my head, running over all the things you said. There's a heat flowing through my veins. Look at all this mess I've made. Got the thorns when I want the rose, and I cannot let it go. I cannot let it go. I know there's a place still inside me